Glenn Dix goes to his starting rostrum.
Campbell, McGee watch intently. Paul Feeney starts to move and gets a good jump, and McGee bogs down. Campbell rockets away. Robbie Phillis gets away well, but Len Feeney better. Len Willing at least. But then Campbell gets going. He's up with Robbie Scolyer.
Scolyer challenging and is going to take the lead on the first lap as here comes McGee through the field to take over third position behind Campbell. So a brilliant start from McGee after blowing it right at the flag.
So it's Honda's 1-2 at the moment, Yamaha's 3. Now into this high speed, right, left. And then hooking slowly onto the bowl, on the reverse camber. And it's the two Hondas starting to sprint, and McGee being threatened back in third place
by Tony Armstrong, the privateer from Queensland.
And then it's 18 and 17. They are Grant Hodgson and Robert Holden, respectively, in 5th and 6th. As we look here at the dice for third, McGee consolidating over the Queenslander, Tony Armstrong. And the Hondas sprinting. What's Robbie Phillis think about it?
So it comes down now to a race between these three riders, the two-team Honda riders of Rob Scolyer and Malcolm Campbell, and Kevin McGee right behind. There's a gap already opening back to Robert Holden of 2.26 seconds, back to fourth position.
Tony Armstrong
and then followed,
overtaken by Robert Holden, and the two Kawasaki's, Rob Phillis and Len Willing. So leading trio, the following quartet, and three riders. This is the bunch. Look at Holden, Len Willing, Rob Phillis. Rob Phillis said, I want to keep the leading production bike in sight. The production bike better get a spurt on if he wants to stay with him. Talk about plans going awry. Robert Holden. No spare wheels. None in the pits, cannot change. He said, no matter what the condition of the tyre, I'll just keep riding it. Lenny Willing's fourth. Holden's back, fourth. Good stuff. Two very, very quick and competent motorcycle race riders. And the 7 bikes at the front end of the field. 5 seconds. There they are. That's 4th place Holden, 5th place Willing, 6th place Phillis, 7th place Tony Armstrong. They're on lap 9. Kevin McGee just keeping them in sight, despite the fact that Mal Campbell's got the most powerful engine, the most sophisticated, the Butte factory job straight from Japan. All of it's worth a fortune if you wanted to buy it, but he can't use it all today. And if he does, he'll be riding into a problem. And Len Willing scything his way underneath. He went the right side. He just saw a chance, and Robert Holden lost the better part of a second. And that could be a very critical factor as this race goes on. McGee, 0.6 of a second behind the leading pair. So nothing in it at the front, nothing in it back here. It's Phillis, Holden, Willing, Tony Armstrong losing touch with him. You better get a spurt on 82 if you want to keep the first 6 in sight. And Holden down the straight on the Suzuki, opens it up on the bike using 35mm carbs here today. Normal ratio gearbox, not close ratio. He said it's really rideable. I've got the 35s instead of the 37s. It's quicker down the straight with the big carbs, but he said more rideable with these ones, and that's what we want for this race, for looking after tyres and for being easy on the rider.
Phillis holds out Holden through the S's. 5.36 seconds separates the leading 3 riders from this bunch now as Len Willing goes down the inside of Robert Holden, and the 2 Team Kawasaki bikes come up into 4th and 5th position.
Has a sit up and a run wide.
Oh, and McGee's
got him.
That's all you've got to do. You've just got to run wide for a moment, and the smooth man's going to be through.
Yeah, and Mal Campbell will be cursing himself.
So now, it's the Honda freight train separated by the Yamaha Express.
Mal Campbell comes back and Kevin McGee, and he says, listen, matey, my spot's in second behind Robbie Scolyer, and I'll have it back, thank you.
And there's Robert Holden, who's having a wretched Shell Endurance Championship this year.
And Robbie Phillis is running in 4th place at the moment, heading Len Willing, his teammate Tony Armstrong, then those 2 production bikes. And they've all covered 26 laps.
And Campbell through Scolyer into the lead. It's lap 29, and Mal Campbell makes a determined move on Robbie Scolyer. One that looks like there's not going to be any argument about it, although Scolyer there for a little while was thinking about it.
Nigel Bryan. I think they're saying, I'm sorry, mate, but you tail into the field, you're going to see the leaders come by too many times, and we can't afford to have you out there. Mal Campbell pulling 1.4 seconds on Kevin McGee. Campbell starting to run a touch up here in 1st place. Now on lap 32, McGee on Scolyer, probably go deep this time, yes sir. Right under brakes as I thought he would. He wanted Scolyer because he wants Mal Campbell. He doesn't want Campbell to get away, and look at how much ground he can make in a matter of 1 corner when Kevin McGee says, righto Mal, I'm out after you, boy. McGee into the pits. So Kevin McGee comes round now to the pits, and what's the strategy here? I don't think there's a problem. Yes, I do. They don't expect him. And something's gone drastically wrong with bike number 2. And while the boys fix it, the 24-year-old from Horsham, who will be 25, the 16th of this month, just has a bit of a sip. And Campbell and Scolyer, therefore. 1st and 2nd from Robbie Phillis, from Len Willing, Tony Armstrong, Paul Feeney heading the production class still with Wayne Clark. Took him 3 minutes and 10 seconds, Kevin McGee in the pits, when he pitted at the end on his 36th lap. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Boy, more than 3 laps. Time you just cannot give away to people like Malcolm Campbell and expect to recover it.
Well, World Team Yamaha's Warren Willing has been working on the state of the disaster. Warren, what have you worked out for Kevin?
I was just working out what fuel consumption he used in that first part of the race, just rechecking as against our practice consumption.
Is there any possibility that you can turn disaster into victory by not bringing him in again?
I don't think there's any chance. I think we'd have to bring him in again, but there's still a long way to go. And by the look of the tyre wear, I think everyone's going to be a big problem.
You changed the tyre on him. Do you reckon you can get through now without another tyre change?
It's going to be stretching it out on the rear tyre. I'm more concerned about the front tyre.
Is the front tyre really looking dodgy, Warren?
Well, it's always been questionable, and it's showing, signs of stress, but it's just a matter of how much he can nurse it for the rest of the race, but still a long way to go.
Now the race is underway. Can I ask you the question, are you capable of changing the front tyre? Have you practiced it?
We could change it fairly quickly, but it's not all that fast a pit stop. But the thing is, I don't think anyone else will get through without having to change it.
And you saw it all happen there at the end of the straight. And fairly high-speed fall for Robert Heidke from the Australian Capital Territory, but he's okay. There it is from the angle you originally saw it. Just laying it down and trying to walk, tumbling. It'd have been better if he tucked up. So let's see now, as they come onto the bowl, whether Len Willing, who's going hard again with Phillis, when they get through the S's here and come round towards the pit area, whether Willing will pit. I think he's gone on to reserve. Not reserve in the way that he rides. The reserve part of the fuel tank. The race leaders, 2 Hondas, completed 58 laps now. Other way round, Robbie Phillis pits. So Phillis winds his way into the pit lane, and then Willing comes back to 3rd place.
57 seconds, total disaster for Team Kawasaki. Robbie Phillis back off and rolling in 65.15 seconds when you would have anticipated something, well, half a minute faster than that.
Robbie Phillis's teammate Len Willing comes down for his turn at the pit stop. So he's into the pit now for the Team Kawasaki. So 3rd and 4th place bikes have both been in. And Tony Armstrong now will be in 3rd place. And Paul Feeney is 4th and Wayne Clark 5th. John Smales.
They've practiced the stop. And already the wheel's in the bike at only 22 seconds. And Len Willing's rolling and started in 26 seconds, but the wheel was actually in the bike in less than 20 seconds. Now that's the way to do it, Team Kawasaki.
66 laps completed now. The race order: Campbell from Tony Armstrong, Honda from Suzuki, from Paul Feeney Yamaha, stock standard bike at 1,000 cc's, where the Superbikes are limited to 750. Then it's Wayne Clark. On bike number 12 is Pete Byers. He's up in 5th place, and 6th place is bike number 33, Peter Radford, as we go again to the pit area.
And jubilation in the pit area for the Arcade Chains team, Will, for Paul Feeney's bike. He's just pitted, taken a rear tyre and a full load of fuel in less than 20 seconds, the fastest stop of the day. And as Warren Willing said in that interview I did with him later, you watch out for the production bikes later in this race this afternoon.
Mel Campbell keeping to the white line and into the pits. And critical stop for the race leader.
Mel Campbell in the pits. He's going to take a rear tyre change. He's in with, by my calculation, 9 minutes to spare, 9 minutes over the hour, so he's looking good. Look at the front right-hand side of the tyre. Now that tyre is holding up brilliantly well. There's almost no scuffing on it whatsoever. If you look in at the bike itself, you're seeing that the rear tyre coming on the bike now, quite a slow stop in fact, 28, 29, 30 seconds to get the bike underway. But I would say that Honda, with this revolutionary tyre that they've brought back from the Le Mans 24-hour race, are looking in pretty good shape, because the front is not scuffing up nearly as much as some of the other tyres.
Tony Armstrong doing a great job. Spring Suzuki, his business up in Queensland. And he's making very good use of this bike that he got from McGee Motorcycles. There's Armstrong. 82. He's gone up to 2nd place ahead of Scollia. Jeffrey Sale coming up to lap Paul Sorzik. Sale crashed earlier today in the fast right-hander through the S's coming up towards the entry to the Speed Bowl. It's Mal Campbell on Honda, from Armstrong on Suzuki, Scollia on Honda, then Willing Kawasaki, Paul Feeney, production 1,000 cc, 130 horsepower of Yamaha in 5th place. Immediately behind him is Robbie Phillis, the second of the Kawasaki's, number 32 in 6th place. And Kevin McGee. Something gone wrong. Down the end of the straight, and steady Mal Campbell. But he's being pressured. He doesn't have a very big lead. Things will be tough in the latter part of this race. doing a good job, Armstrong. He really is doing a good job. Surely he's due somewhere down the line for a factory ride. He will lead the series if he finishes in this place, or indeed in one or two places even worse off. And that's a great performance. Third place, Robbie Scoglia. And Paul Feeney is fifth place, and he's leading production bike. And gaudy leathers and all, it's the same old Paul Feeney cranking his way off the bike, knee grinding away at the track, round in the pits and walking towards you, John. Perhaps we could get a camera on it first. Is third placed, number 4, coming into pit lane now. It's Robbie Scoglia pushing his bike. So that further enhances the situation of Tony Armstrong. As we see Mal Campbell 113 completed with 1 hour 52 minutes covered. So 8 minutes to do 7 laps to make the lap a minute, 120 in the 2 hours.
Robbie Scoglia, bad luck. What happened?
I just went to peel off for the corner at the end of the straight, and the motor just cut out.
What do you reckon it is?
Oh, I'm not really sure. It's just something to do with the ignition, I reckon. It's just dead.
Well, you were really starting to catch Tony Armstrong.
Yeah. I was not real sure. Even when I was running, I was just going as fast as I could.
Well, you're really pushing the bike really hard in the tyre area especially, right?
Yeah, it probably was a little bit too much at the start. Starting to slide around a bit towards the end of the hour mark.
Scything past Barry Hartshorn. 57 goes Len Willing. Just to repeat the placings again, it's Campbell from Armstrong, a lap down to Len Willing, 49. 2 laps down to the leader of the production class, 4th placed outright, is Paul Feeney, 5th, Robbie Phillis, 6th, Pete Byers. Some of the great motorcycling that we've had on SBS this year has produced so much viewer response, so much viewer awareness of the great programs that you can get on SBS. Perhaps a forgotten station among some because it doesn't slap you across the face with low common denominator programs, but by gee, they've produced some good sport and some good programs. And Mal Campbell, good on you, lad. Keep us entertained as we come up to lap 121. He's completed 120, and it's 1 hour 59 minutes and 50 seconds, and it's the checkered flag for Mal Campbell. He was 6 seconds short. And nothing wrong with that. That's good enough for a 2-hour race. My God, I thought the building had fallen over, but it's merely fireworks going off to signal the end of the race.